Good day. This is Jeffrey Richardson, founder and creator of Inspired Muse Coaching and Management. And I am excited to be hosting one of our Opportunity Zone sessions and conversations today. We have Mr. Adrian Dunn, who is the CEO of Black Music Experience. Black Music Experience is a for-profit streaming platform created to amplify the narratives of Black musicians, Black culture, and justice for Black lives. BME aims to showcase high-quality shows, socially conscious programming, independent films, and concerts produced by independent and unique filmmakers, artists, and journalists who aim to change the narrative through their stories and truths with you. Their goals are to reclaim the narrative that African Americans are the authors of American music and culture, put money directly in the hands of Black artists, content creators who need it most, impact the next generation of artists, thought leaders, and activists through Black music and cultural education, to preserve the music, art, and culture of Black American experience. BME streaming platform will offer education, entertainment, and empowerment. So we're excited to have Mr. Dunn with us today to share a bit about Black Music Experience, about his work, and the opportunities to invest in Black Music Experience and to potentially partner for those who might be interested in partnership opportunities on the supply side chain with Black Music Experience and that network. So Adrian, thank you for joining us.
For having me. Really excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, excited to have you and to learn about a bit of, if you could share with us starting off, so a bit about how Black Music Experience came to be. And then particularly what problem do you see this new platform or solving or opportunity it's presenting, I think, to new artists and consumers. And then, of course, share with us for those who are interested in looking for investment opportunities or potential collaboration opportunities, what those opportunities might be.
Sure. So Black Music Experience came about. I am a Black composer, musician myself, and I'm based here in Chicago, Illinois. I'm an entrepreneur, business owner, publisher, and so I have been for a long time really looking at creating a space where Black artists can tell our stories without any type of censorship. And I think that currently in our industry, it's very difficult to get narratives of justice and music across the entire music space. And so Black Music Experience was an idea that came to me as a festival idea originally that we were doing at our Black Music Rise, Black Music and Justice Symposium. And because of COVID-19, we ended up not doing the festival, but actually titling our streaming service Black Music Experience. Because the first word, of course, Black is who we are, is what we do, it's love, it's everything that we are. We wanted to feature music, but not just music. We wanted to feature the experiences of Black folks. We wanted to be sure that it wasn't just entertainment content, because so many times in the US, Black music we are looked at as just entertainers. We are looked at as just just collateral, if you will, of the industry for people to consume us. And so this was about more than consumption. So BME TV is basically a platform that will engage three major categories. And I wanted to start with, of course, what's the one that I think is the most important, which is justice. Justice is something that is so needed right now in the music and art and entertainment cultural space. And the conversations on current platforms that we see oftentimes are, I feel like, a bit shallow in the context of what it is that Black artists need right now, which is we need justice and we need justice now. And so this platform is really anchored inside of what it is that is Black justice and what does that message mean for musicians. The second part of the platform is what I call our entertainment platform, which are our television shows and our talk content, which is basically for us. It's for Black folks. It's talk content. It's also performances. particularly representing Black performers in areas that we traditionally don't think Black folks are in. So for example, Black classical artists, Black opera singers, Black symphonic musicians, symphonies, orchestras, chamber music, along with hip hop, gospel, choir music, all of the things that we all know as Black folks, we do well. We do everything well. And so I wanted to be sure that we had space where all artists had a true liberty and a true freedom to express themselves the way and on the terms that we want to express our art. In an uncensored fashion. And then the last point is the educational side, which we call the Academy at Black Music Experience. So the Academy at Black Music Experience is essentially where any person can log onto the app and take a course or lessons on the application from the comfort of their own home or from your mobile app or your cell phone. And so you're able to take classes with leading industry violinists, pianists, organists, Hammond B3 organists, pipe organists, things that we wouldn't always consider Black folks to excel at. I wanted to be sure that we as Black people know that not only that we do it and we can perform it, but also if you want your child or if you as an adult want to study Hammond B3 organ or how to play a song, you should be able to learn from an industry leading Black person from the comfort of your own home. You do not have to go to whatever community music school, which if it has any basis in classical music training, will probably be a lot of white folks. And I feel like I wanted to be sure that at a moment like this where technology is enabling us to come into each and every person's home around the world, that if we are to learn instruments and skills that we created, we should be able to learn from us, no matter where we are. If you're in Antarctica, if you are in Europe, if you are, I don't care where you live, from the most rural place to the most cosmopolitan place, I want to be sure that you know that you can get second to none training at the Academy at Black Music Experience. And we hope to offer that in a subscription platform as well as a pay-per-view platform at the Academy.
Oh, how exciting. How exciting. It's I had the awareness and frame from the entertainment side of the house, right? Being in a platform, hosting, entertainment, shows, music, artists, stuff. But as you described the educational piece, just the reality of I think, from a limited perspective, market space that's there. I, in my mind, easily simple mind here, but a musical Rosetta Stone, right? So if you want to learn something about about music or the classical music, like you can go on there and log in, which is huge for not just for Black folk, but for all folks. But then when you think about some of the barriers to access within training, right, and the costs and all those things for folks, but particularly for Black and communities of color, that is very, very restrictive. I think about myself as a child coming up in a musical family, and I wanted to play the trombone. And I really wanted to play the trombone. Well, I couldn't play the trombone because we only had a trumpet. And my brother had played trumpet, and therefore we had a friend in the family who was a trumpet teacher. And so, there wasn't a cost associated with learning to play the trumpet. So if you want to learn an instrument, you better go learn this trumpet.
There are so many economic disparities that are connected to why or why not many Black folks do not have access to high quality music education. And that starts, I think, in a moment like this where we are, that is actually exacerbated because of the existing educational disparities, right, within our community. Now we're dealing with things like COVID and online learning, and how do you get access to your instrument? Where do you get the instrument? Who's gonna go get it for you? And like I said,
who is willing to sell it to you, even maybe?
Yes,
sadly.
Exactly. And most folks who are in public music education rent their instruments from the school to learn. So they don't have to pay out of pocket immediately, right? But even when you get to that place, I mean, if you're talking about a quality instrument, you're talking about anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000, in order for your child even to study on a quality instrument, right? And so I want to be sure that as we talk about the educational side of the platform of the academy, I like to call it our little Black masterclass section, where people can come and they can learn not just how to play, but also understanding all of the other unique things that Black folks have to deal with in music. And so as we teach these lessons, we're not just teaching the regular rubric. We are teaching Black composers. We are teaching Black thought leaders. We are teaching samples and examples of Black music, not just Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart, right? On piano instruction or violin instruction, where we are teaching Stevie Wonder, we are teaching Aretha Franklin, we are teaching Scott Joplin, right? We are teaching Black composers, Black music through and through on the platform, because justice also has a lot to do with music education. And so I think by having this application that we can bring that directly and put that in the hands of Black parents and Black professionals and Black folks who just want to learn how to sing. They may just want to learn how to sing a song. They may just want to sing something for their or anniversary. I've heard all types of things. You can do that. And not just that you can do it, but you can actually not just learn the instrument, but understand and learn a bit more about cultural context and what it is to learn as a Black person and what it is to have pride in our contributions to this space.
Awesome, indeed. Well, you already have a patron, because I had set a goal for my 50th birthday. I got a few years to go. I'm gonna drop an album. Might just only be a couple songs, but it's my goal. So I need a trainer, some education, and so you have a patron here.
We'll be happy.
Tell us a bit on the entertainment side, what folks can expect when we think about streaming services. I think when we think about streaming platforms today, of course, top of the mind, people go Netflix, right? People think of some of the others that are out there. Roku, I guess that's a little different because it's actually a device, but tell us a bit about what people can expect on the streaming platform.
So in terms of our content, it's divided into three categories. And so we have our entertainment content, which is all of our performance content. So we're partnering with Black orchestra or Black composer, out in Los Angeles, Marcus Norris with the Southside Symphony. We're broadcasting their entire season on the platform. We're also partnering with Urban Souls Dance Company in Houston, Texas, and broadcasting many of their performances as well. Then we also have individual content of performers, world-class performers that are within our network who are also performing, and we have that video content as well. Then we also have the content here of independent films. And so we have different independent films because every film has music, right?
Yes.
Every music. And that is a part of our experience. It's a part of our story. And so I think that it was important to have that as a place. One of the other features of the platform is we also have an HBCU channel. And on that HBCU channel, we will feature Black college choirs and narratives of Black college programs that are oftentimes overlooked. So for example, we have a musical theater competition for HBCU students right now, and that project is headed up by the head of musical theater at Howard University, Mr. Marty Lamar.
HU?
I am definitely looking forward to our HBCU content. We also have a show called Underrated by a video blogger out in Los Angeles, Ken Like Barbie, who has his show that's talking about modes of inspiration for Black queer folks. We also have a Black queer couple actually also on the platform called Black Love Our Way in Houston, Texas as well, who's on the platform. So everything that is on our platform, we want to feature Black music, Black producers, Black artists. And again, I think that oftentimes when we think about entertainment, as you just said, we think about Netflix, we think about Quest TV, we think about those types of platforms. And while I think those platforms are great, I think what we are attempting to do is to tie together, again, our tagline is for the music, for the culture, for justice. Right. And so we want to tie these narratives together. We don't want them to be opposing or this over here and that's over here and this is over here. It's actually all integrated. And so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward. My partner has a show on the platform called Justice Speaks, which is talking with thought leaders in the South, and their journeys and what music has influenced thought leaders and justice leaders, primarily in the South and throughout the United States. My show on the platform is also called Black Music Matters and Soul the Singer, which is basically talking about the issue of advocacy and justice. What's happening in our world? What are the current events? What are the things that Black artists need justice for? And so I think that our entertainment content will be very unique, very niche, and also very special. Very, 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 very special for sure.
How exciting. As you talk, I sort of, I started thinking of, oh my goodness, we have our very own Black PBS. When you think about sort of, for me, the merging of where else can you find this combination of entertainment, informational entertainment, as well as education, from the artistic perspective, right? So the only thing in my mind that I could sort of relate it to was sort of, PBS, and so that excites me, because I think about when we step out of sort of just mainstream commercialism and we look at all the sort of the variances and nuances of Blackness and Black culture and arts. It's so spread out. It's so hard to find all these different beautiful attributes of ourselves within music and art. And so the idea that there is a space where all of that converges, both entertainment, education, and justice, right? From this educational and just sort of inspirational perspective, is really exciting. Tell us a bit where you are. So let's get into some numbers. Tell us a bit where you are in sort of as you get ready for launch. What are some of your projections as far as it's a streaming platform? So feel you going with membership. So how is that projected to work? Where are you projected to launch? Where are you projected to be? Periods after launch. Give us a bit of the numbers.
Sure. So our business model is a subscription model. And so our target subscription for general subscription to the platform, which we just call the regular Black Music Experience subscription, we hope to be between $5.99 and $8.99. And then we have what we call the full subscription, which we call BME Plus. And that BME Plus membership is $99 a year. And that unlocks all of the content. That includes educational content of the Academy. And then it also includes all of the entertainment and educational content on the other side of the platform. For people who want to take advantage of the Academy or want to take advantage of the courses that are being offered individually, say, oh, I really want to play the trumpet, right? As you said, I really want to play the trumpet. And so I was like, you can take those courses at a pay-per-view, right? Or you can rent those lessons individually, because the individual instruction is obviously more expensive to produce, right? And so you can pay per lesson if you so choose, or you can do the entire subscription in terms of the business model piece. Obviously, we will also have different live streaming events as things go on. There will be the platform itself primarily is video on demand, but we will also have live streaming events and specials is what I call them. Special live experiences, concerts, recitals, lectures, panel discussions, things of that nature that we'll see within the Black Music Matter Summit that we are hosting also on the BME platform. In regards to projections and what it is that we are looking for right now, we're in terms of where we are in the process. Our Our goal is we're looking at a launch, soft launch in early October. And then we are looking for a hard launch in early November to the entire public, fully out and everything. Our beta test phase will be in late September, where we're beta testing everything and making sure everything is up and good to go. And right now, we're in the process of continuing to produce all of our original BME content, which is everything that we are doing that is specific to BME. So some of the content obviously will be from other sources and from other content creators, but then we also have our original content that is being produced, what we call our original BME content as well. And so that's the business model. I just wanted to stop and check in with you on that and see if you had any questions about the model itself.
No, I think it sounds, very accessible, accessible to I think a wide demographic of consumers. Now, where specifically will people be able to access the platform? I guess you load it. What devices? What other platforms? How will they be able to gain access to BME?
So you'll be able to access the app on your mobile device, on any mobile device, as well as on your laptop and or desktop. And then you'll also be able to add the platform on Roku TV as well as Apple TV right from your home. And so when you download the app to your television, it opens up similar to Netflix, if you will. You'll be able to see all of the content, right? But you won't be able to access the content. So you'll see it, but when you go to click on it, it will actually lead you to a paywall that will ask you to either subscribe or either do the pay-per-view, right? Or so you can do the pay-per-content, right, if you will. You can rent the content for 48 hours if you so choose with the Academy. And you can also just buy it outright. You can buy the entire video and download it directly to your device or within the app and have it for forever.
Okay, so there are multiple ways that you can either the subscription, the educational content membership, or just individual. I want this one special live, and I want to download and purchase it. I want the series similar that folks are used to. Okay,
exactly.
Awesome.
So I think as it's laid out, you will definitely see as you open up the app, you will see our music educational content through the Academy, right? You'll also see our symphonic content. You will see our justice content and all of the talk content within the different subcategories like you would on a Netflix or a Hulu. In a similar fashion, that same setup you are able to access on a laptop, tablet, or any other mobile device as well. You go into the App Store, you download it, and it's there.
Awesome. Now, where are you on taking on investors? Tell us a bit about those opportunities.
Yeah, so we're in our family and friends round and our first round of fundraising right now. Our goal right now is to raise about $100,000 in that initial offering. And so we are actively raising funds, and we're actively seeking investors who are interested in investing in the platform, because I believe that we not only want to be successful in the work that we do, of course, but we also want people who are aligned with the vision, right? We want people who are aligned with the mission and who truly believe in what it is that we're doing. And so as we go forward and move forward, if there are folks who are interested in investing, which I hope there are, I can definitely offer a lot more information about the different levels of investment, as well as what are some of the things that you get for that investment in regards to shares in the company, et cetera.
Awesome. Wonderful. So how do folks find you?
So you can find me definitely at my email address, which is adrian.dunn@hopperworld.com. And you can also find a bit more about the investor opportunities and things that we have available via the same way through email is probably the best form to get in contact with me. And we'll be more than happy to get the deck out to you and to have a conversation and to present what it is that we're doing and how your support can make this a real reality at a time where families and folks, Black folks, really need high quality arts and entertainment and educational content, particularly in the space of COVID and in the space of remote learning for everyone. I believe that we have a demand for art art and entertainment and cultural content that we have never had before, particularly in the educational space. And so we're hoping that we are able to find investors who are able to offer support and help, and who are really down for making sure that Black music experience becomes a household name and a successful streaming platform.
Awesome. What do you have to say to the artists and Black artists and creators out there who might hear this and go, oh, who are looking for distribution channels? What are the opportunities for them?
Absolutely. So for artists who are looking to submit for consideration for the platform, we have opportunities for all types of artists, particularly those who have existing video content that they would like to distribute, or that they would like to get extra exposure for. I think BME is a perfect place to do that. And so we are open to submissions in every genre space. The only requirement is that you are a Black artist, or your art features Black folks, right? Your art itself features Black folks, or centers Blackness. And so I am absolutely more than excited to get contributions from different artists, musicians, and any creative that uses Black music in their art making practice.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, Adrian, thank you for joining us today, sharing the opportunity with the Black music experience. I'm just inspired in learning. I mean, it really is a full experience. Just, to think about it as Black people in America, that we could have sort of such a platform where there's sort of one place where you can sort of touch and get a wide snapshot of the Black musical and arts related experience that's beyond just sort of what is mainstream commercial, which I think is very, very key as we continue to sort of just expand the awareness and perspective of what has been the Black experience and Black contribution in America and the world. Again, so this is Black Music Experience. It's a streaming platform. We will post Adrian's email and information for those that are interested in contacting him. You can reach out and email me as always, Jeffrey Deshawn at inspiredmuse.com, if we can be helpful in facilitating a conversation or sharing the prospectus opportunities. As well as if you're interested in trying to make contact for partnership, or if you're a creative artist out there, we're happy to facilitate that connection as well. So Adrian, thank you again. Thank you for your entrepreneurial spirit. Thank you for your vision. And really thank you for your advocacy, not just sort of from the business perspective, because I think in this moment we recognize that, as I say it, as Black people are reclaiming the merchandisings of our whole bodies, and all the versions of that, it's important that we have Black leaders and entrepreneurs like yourself who really have a cross sector perspective when it comes to their work, that's really rooted and founded and truly in the Black perspective, as we say at Howard, HU. So thank you again for joining us. Anything you want to share before we close out?
No, I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity. And I also wanted to say thank you for highlighting this idea that we as Black entertainment professionals, as well as musicians, every Black creative, right, within this very huge industry, we are unique. We are diverse within that space. And while all love to Beyonce and all love to a lot of the major artists that are out there, I think that it is absolutely essential that we share and spread the love around for all the folks who are in industries that often are traditionally overlooked. And so I'm just really excited about the work that we're doing. And I'm also really excited about the potential for growth. And I believe the lives that we will change on this platform. And I think this is truly social entrepreneurship at its best.
Right, thank you. And that's Adrian Dunn, CEO of Black Music Experience. And I am Jeffrey Richardson, founder and principal of Inspired Muse Coaching and Management, and co-creator of the Black Equity Confab. And this is an Opportunity Zone session. Thank you for joining us.